Hey guys, welcome back to Crafty Wife's channel. On today's video, I will share my recipe of an in-home discada. To get the full recipe, keep watching.
Okay, so for today's meat that we're going to be using for the discada is I'm going to use 2 pounds of beef boneless meat for tacos, carne de res picada sin hueso, and then here I have longaniza. I got 1 pound of longaniza, some bacon, some sausage, or you can use substitute sausage for weenies, but I don't like weenies, so I got the sausage. And then here I have fresh boneless pork stew meat. I got 1 pound of this after finely chop it. Boneless chicken breast for milanesa, so that's the thin breast chicken breast meat. And then that would be it for our meat.
I've set up all of my meat aside here in a different pot, and I've chopped all of my meat, my bacon, and my sausage up here, and it'll be ready for me to put into my pot once I'm ready to start cooking the meat. So I have my longaniza, my chicken de milanesa, which means thin slices of chicken that I chopped up, my beef for taco meat, my pork, my bacon, and my sausage. So now I've turned up the heat on my pot. I have it on high heat. I will not be using a discada pot for my in-home discada cooking. So I'm going to show you guys how you can make this at home in just a large pot that you have. I'm going to add in a little bit of olive oil to get my meat cooking. You don't have to add a lot because once we add in our bacon, it'll release all of the flavor. So first I added in my pork meat, and you have to add that in first so it can cook first. I let it cook for about 7 minutes, and once I saw it started browning up, I'm going to add in my longaniza. So you take it out of the package and then you grind it up and get it mixed in together. I added a little bit of more oil so my meat won't be dry, but make sure not to over oil your pot, because then your food will be very greasy once you're done with it. So this little tool that I'm using here is called a meat smasher, and I bought it at Walmart for I believe $8, and it's handy for pressing meat when you're cooking. And now I'm going to add in my bacon. I'm going to let my bacon cook for about 6 minutes. My stove is still set on high heat, so I have it on number 9 on my stove. And I'm just going to make sure that I keep mixing so my meat won't burn. After 6 minutes, the bacon should be almost cooked thoroughly. And now I'm going to add in my sausage. It's kind of hard to hold the phone and then put in the sausage. Back here I'm making my rice. So you'll let your sausage cook for about 7 minutes and then just keep mixing so your meat won't burn. After those 7 minutes, go ahead and add in your chicken. And we'll let the chicken cook for another 7 minutes, making sure to keep stirring. So every time you add in a new meat, you just keep stirring so it won't stick to your pot or burn. Although I'm using a non-stick pan, there shouldn't be a problem with sticking or burning with this pot that I have. When you're making a discada, make sure you are using a pot large enough to fit all of this meat that you will be cooking. So it's been about 7 minutes that I've let my chicken cook, and it is almost fully cooked. So now I'm going to add in my carne para tacos. This type of meat will take around 11 to 15 minutes to fully cook. So we're going to cover that and leave it at high heat. You can cover it to retain some juices so your meat will be juicy, or you can leave it open. It's all to your preference.
So for our vegetable portion, I'm going to add in 1 orange bell pepper. I'm going to chop that, and I'm going to add in 3 tomatoes chopped. This banana pepper, 1 cilantro head, and I'm also going to add in these cebollitas. I'm going to cut them at this half and then put them into the pot. So I'm going to use my chopper to chop up my bell pepper and my tomatoes.
My beef meat is almost fully cooked, so I'm going to add in my seasonings now. I'm going to add in this adobo seasoning. It's the carne al pastor sauce. So it's like a thick paste. And I'm using about 2 big teaspoons of the carne al pastor paste. And this will thicken and make our discada like a red tangy color. So I'm going to get that mixed in together into all of the meat. Also, a quick reminder, if you don't have some of these items when you're making your discada, it's okay. You can use whatever you have in your pantry, any type of seasoning for your discada. This is what I use. What I use you might not like, or you might want to change up. It's okay. You can change it up to make it your own. Now I'm going to add in these cebollitas. I cut them in halves just like this. And they're going to cook with the steam of the carne, the meat. And then I'm going to add in my bell pepper and my tomatoes that I chopped in this food chopper. I found myself using this food chopper a lot. It's been helping me a lot with chopping all my vegetables, and I like how finely chopped they leave them in such even pieces. You can also add in any other type of peppers into your discada, but my kids were eating out of this, so I will not be putting any spicy peppers into my discada. I made a separate green sauce. After 5 minutes, my onions have cooked. They became soft. Now I'm going to put in my banana pepper. Once my onions have cooked, I chopped up in half my banana pepper, and I'm just going to kind of put it in the middle so it could cook with the steam. And it'll cook within 3 minutes. And I'm also going to start seasoning my meat. So I'm using this chicken seasoning. And remember, you can use any type of seasoning you have at your disposal. You don't have to use exactly what I use. I like to season my meat at the end. That way I know how much seasoning to put. I'm also using some caldo con sabor de pollo, some chicken flavored bouillon. Oops. My top fell. But yeah, you can also add in any other type of seasonings you like. These are the seasonings that I chose to put in my discada.
Okay, so now the last part is putting in our cilantro. I've lowered the heat to my pot. I'm going to make space for the cilantro. 3 more minutes on the stove and our meat is ready.
And here you have it, you guys. This is an in-home discada recipe. Instead of doing it the traditional way, like doing it outside in the discada pot, I did it in a large pot inside my house on my stove. I made a separate green sauce here and some arroz and beans on the side. Hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. If you did, make sure to share with your friends. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to